This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk a little bit about The Rock. He makes some headlines here because he's teasing a departure for Hollywood full time. He's getting set to film The Scorpion King, and he had an interview in Premiere Magazine, which is really probably the first time he publicly stated that he was going to make a dive into Hollywood. He said, quote, "Absolutely. That's the first time I've ever said that. But yeah, making movies, you don't get the immediate reaction, but you're able to tell longer stories, and it's great. Having done my first film, boy, this is what I want to do." You had worked with The Rock a little bit. Did you have conversations with him about what he might want to do and whether or not he was going to do Hollywood full time?
No, Rock never said anything about it, but when he left, I wasn't surprised. I mean, we knew he was going to be a big star, and he parlayed into Hollywood and made a huge name out of himself. He actually benefited a lot of wrestlers because he opened up some doors for some of the wrestlers to do movies and TV shows. I was one of them. I got about 8 movie roles, and I was doing pretty well. And from some bad decisions I've made in the past, like my painkiller problem and my drinking problem, I had 4 DUIs in 5 years. I wiped out my reputation. So Hollywood stopped calling. And I spent the last 7 years staying clean and sober, getting my reputation back. And I've done a pretty good job of it. But, you know, Rock definitely opened doors for other wrestlers.
Do you think there was any resentment in the office or the boys or from anyone in the organization? I mean, on the one hand, I think a lot of us would have the attitude of, oh man, that's great. Bigger and better opportunities for him. But this is also a weird subculture, if you will, where when a guy moves on, fans will chant things like "you sold out." And some of the guys in the back who are maybe frustrated with their spot would say, "Oh, we bust our ass all year, and then this guy comes in and takes our WrestleMania spot." So there is sort of a catch-22 to making a move like this. Did you hear any sort of pushback, or was everybody like, "Man, I hope we can do that"?
I think everybody was more like, I want to do that too.
Right.
You know, Dwayne would come back and wrestle at WrestleManias, and he deserves that. The career he had was, you know, unmatched. He was a very entertaining sports entertainer. And, you know, some wrestlers did get upset when he would come back because he would mainly take the main event at WrestleMania. So, you know, the payoff for Dwayne at WrestleMania was really good. And some of the other wrestlers thought they might have missed out on a main event championship payoff. So I understand why they would be upset, but Dwayne earned it. And if he ever wants to come back, if I was running WWE, I'd want him to come back every year. So
of course.
He's a huge star. He's an A-list actor in Hollywood, one of the biggest stars there, and he still can go. So why not bring Rock in?
Let's talk a little bit about something that made me chuckle in our research. It was written, Slayer is producing a new entrance song for Test. They were given a choice to do a song for Test or Kurt Angle, and they felt they just couldn't do one for Kurt Angle. What's your favorite Slayer album, Kurt?
I'm not a fan of Slayer, but I know they're pretty badass. A lot of the guys talk about them. I would have loved to have an entrance song from them, but I did love my entrance music. It fit me perfectly.
That's tremendous.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.